So coming to the CPIM, so the draft resolution for the 24th Party Congress has stressed on strengthening the CPIM and the left unity as well. So, CPIM, we have seen like you used to have many MPs in Lok Sabha. Since then, there has been a decline. So, how do you see this decline and what is the way forward? How do you strengthen the CPIM again?
You see, as far as the CPIM is concerned, it is a fact that the independent strength and influence of the party has not grown. At least I can say from the last party congress, that is 3 years ago. And even earlier, we have seen a decline in the independent strength or influence of the party. And that's primarily been due to the erosion in our base of support in West Bengal and Tripura, the two other strong states that we have. So, the focus of our resolution and also what we are going to discuss in our forthcoming party congress in the first week of April is how do we strengthen the party, CPIM, the independent strength and influence and the mass base of the party. I think this will be the main focus in our congress. And for that we have conducted a political and organizational review of our work in the last 3 years, identified what are our shortcomings and weaknesses, both in our political work, in our ideological work and our organizational work. So this will be the main, I think, focus, while keeping in mind that our political task or goal still remains how to fight the BJP, how to isolate and defeat the BJP or the Modi government. For that you need wider unity, we recognize that. That is why I said how to maintain this wider unity or broader platform, that we will have to strive for. But at the same time, we don't see this as separate. Strengthening of the CPIM will also help strengthening the overall opposition unity or strengthening of the left. And we feel that the left's alternative politics or policies need to be projected at this time, which will be a rallying point for fight against the various policies of the Modi government.
So a lot of times it's also said that veteran Marxist leader Jyoti Basu, if he had become the Prime Minister of India, back in the days when, there was a situation, but he declined, and it is said often that if CPIM would have accepted it at that time, perhaps, the way forward would have been different. What do you say about that?
You see, when this issue came up, again, we should not forget that our main strength in parliament at that time came from West Bengal. You see. Out of the 35 MPs we had at that time in the Lok Sabha, 25 of them were from West Bengal, you see. And our party does not think being in government or in any position will help to increase the strength of the party. You see. What we had our strength in West Bengal was over decades of work, struggles of the different sections of people for their rights, and that led to the formation of the left front government there. So the strength of the party does not grow or increase by having purely some ministerial positions. So that is why at that time we felt it won't be helpful. Politically we were committed to having united front, that government at that time, and we made our contribution to that politically, but we did not think it would be very useful. The fact that this government was a minority government, don't forget that. It was dependent on the Congress from outside. So policy making, for example, will you be able to make policies which you think should be made when you do not have the strength, you see, inside the parliament or in the ministry or cabinet. So all these factors were there.
Okay. So you took charge of the party last year after the sad demise of Mr. Sitaram Yechuri. How challenging has the last 1 year been as you have prepared for the 24th Party Congress? And there are also a lot of speculations that who is likely to be the next General Secretary. Some names are also going around, like Comrade M.A. Baby's name, and or Comrade Salim. So is like, can you enlighten us a bit on that?
Yeah, you see, Comrade Sitaram's demise took place unexpectedly at a time when we had already started the preparations for our conferences leading to the party congress. So you can say midway, literally. We had started our branch conferences and local conferences in July, and in September this happened, which was a big blow for us. But our party has a system of work or structure where we have, it's strongly based on collective functioning. You see, you may have a secretary, but the secretary does the coordination and of a team. You see, so because our Politburo and Central Committee works on a collective basis, we were able to overcome this loss or gap immediately, in the sense we started working more unitedly as a team. So we have successfully completed all the conferences. Conferences for us, unlike most of the other parties, means thousands and thousands of unit conferences. For example, I've just come back from Kerala, where 28,000 branch conferences were first held, you see, and then the local conferences, then the area conference, then district conference, then comes the state conference. So this process has just finished, and we are going towards the All India conference. So that brings in this collective functioning. As far as the new leadership or new team, we have brought in the last party congress 3 years ago, for the first time, age limit for different committees. So in our central committee, our age limit was fixed as 75. Those who cross 75 will not be eligible to be elected to the central committee, which is the highest body of the party. And the central committee elects the Politburo and the general secretary. So we applied that in the last congress also. So some of us in the Politburo and central committee will step down due to the age limit. So there will be a renewal of membership, leadership, in the sense a batch of new people will also come into the central committee, and some of them will also be new in the Politburo. So, and along with that, we'll decide who should be made the general secretary. So it's a package. It's a new central committee, Politburo, and general secretary. So yes, some names are floating around, but we have a method of selecting this. We will discuss during the party congress what type of central committee we should elect, and on that basis we will discuss about the general secretary and Politburo. But that discussion will be taking place in Madurai during the congress. We are there for 5 days, so there is enough time to discuss that.